Well, good evening, folks. This is Mason Weaver, and we're going to be live here for a few minutes. Just an introduction to what I want to plan for next week. This is Sunday. Boy, this is the Sunday before our march on Washington. I want to know if you had enough. If you had enough of being spit on and interrupted in restaurants and lied about on TV every day. The walkaway movement is coming to town trying to get folks prepared for what's happening next, the 2018 elections. It is time for us to stand up. We've seen them protest. We've seen them march. We've seen them challenge us. We've seen them lie and lie. We have seen them come against us and what we wanted for America. We have seen them declare their intentions to take away what we voted for. We have seen them, and we've been quiet. We've been quiet. We've been talking to each other on social media, watching social media destroy us, challenge us, ban us, restrict us, shut us down. We've seen them lie on us also. We know who the enemy is, and we've been quiet because we've been slowly watching the new left drive their supporters away from themselves to us. We have seen them come against the values of America. We've seen them, and now they've had enough, and they are walking away. The Great March on Washington, D.C. is happening. And these folks will not stop until they destroy us unless we stop them. So we're gonna gather in Washington, D.C. We're gonna gather. We don't do a whole lot of gathering as conservatives because we're working. But we're going to gather in Washington, D.C. And there's gonna be a couple of meetings there. There's gonna be a meeting with Trump, with young black conservatives. There's gonna be a couple of folks there. We're just quietly gathering. But the D.C. March is going to be a public display of conservative values and those walking away from liberal slavery. And I want to know, should I live broadcast? I have the honor of speaking twice at this event. One at the gala at the Trump International Hotel on Friday night. And then again Saturday morning as we march down to the Capitol and protest. And I want to know, it's a lot of work to broadcast these things live. This is my first test of live broadcasting, and you know, I understand the security problems, and there's going to be their own live broadcasting, but I am going to be there talking to certain people as we march, and maybe you want to hear about it, and maybe you don't. Let me know. I don't see how we can do anything else other than demonstrate ourselves. But there's one thing we must do at the end of the demonstration, and once we finish marching, we got to stand up. You know, this whole thing about social media, banning us, shadow banning and restricting, I have been put off of Facebook. I've been, first they stopped all of my admin links. Millions of people. I put a video up on Facebook, man, a few months ago. I put videos up, and every video will get 200,000 and 300,000 views. And then they started banning. First, they started cutting down. I was getting from 300,000 or 400,000 down to 30,000, 15,000. And then they banned, last week they banned major contracts, major sites. Right Wing News, 3.6 million viewers, gone instantly. I was an admin on that site. I put my videos up, got a lot of views. Other sites, a lot of views. Cut down, cut down. Then on my site, on my Mason Weaver site on Facebook, 40,000 subscribers, gone. I can't get back on anymore. ClarenceAMason.com. You ought to be free. We are sending Trump. These sites are hard to get to now. I cannot administer them now. So you send links and send posts there. I have to approve them. I can't get them to approve them. So they basically shut me off of Facebook. I don't care. But I feel like I'm back in the 60s, where I had to watch what restaurant I went in, watch what I say in front of certain people. Where could I go, where I could not go. I felt like I'm in the 60s, and folks, the early 60s made me go out and demonstrate and protest and stood in front of folks who didn't like me and said, wait a minute. You're going to like me, or you're going to deal with me anyway. That's what I feel like now. We have to be careful when we go to restaurants we go into now. We can't wear our proud shirts. We can't wear our proud hat on our head. People feel compelled, they feel protected to come and confront us. If you can't go to Washington, D.C. this weekend in March, go on their website, donate something for Walkaway Campaign, Walkaway March, and help send other folks there and buy somebody dinner. Or get somebody's hotel room. Now, let's show who we are. But then, let's go vote. Now, I see they think they can get away with anything. They really do. Because they have been. You see this march this invasion coming up from Central America, look at the pictures. Young, strong men. And they're knocking down the walls in Mexico. And they're marching on the streets, and everyone is waving at them and sending them food and water, giving them rides. Everyone's encouraging them. They think the whole world is supporting them. They think the entire world, they're bringing their foreign flags from where they came from and being abused, and they're burning our flags as they march toward our border, demanding that you and I, take care of them. They're demanding that you and I feed them. They have a right for you to take care of them. And they think the whole world is supporting them because in their world, everyone around them is supporting them. What should Trump do? If Trump, see, one thing Trump must do is not worry about how they're going to react and not worry about how the press is going to play this and display this. We're ready, Mr. Trump, President Trump, we're ready for the pictures of the little kids crying. We're ready for the pictures of mom being separate from their kids. We're waiting. We're ready for the picture of the big bad Army Ranger standing in front of the little girl trying to cross for a better life. We have seen the scenarios. We know what they're going to do. Please, Mr. President, declare a national state of emergency. If you have to, declare martial law. Notify Mexico that you will go into Mexico if you have to. You're not going to allow this. If they're going to allow the invasion of our country, we have a right to fight back. You put the military on the border and make a demilitarized zone 15 miles into San Diego or into Mexico. And you say, normally if they cross the border, they got to go to trial. They got to go to a judge. They got to go and promise to come back for a hearing. But, and this is an emergency, with martial law, you can suspend that law and say, we're going to force you, but we're going to bring you in. Once you get here, we're going to put you on buses and trucks. We're going to put you straight back to where you came from, across that border. We're not going to try. You're not going to put a judge up in front of you. We're not going to get a jury trial. We're not going to listen to your plea. If you came 1,000 miles or more across Mexico, you invading our country. We're going to stop you and put you back. If he declared martial law, he can legally do that. Or even a state of emergency and put the troops. I heard today he's putting troops down there with no guns. Come on, Mr. President, stop it. Stop trying to make liberals feel good in their misery. Liberals are children. When they come out their mouth as a lie. We are ready for the photographs. We're ready for the pictures. We're ready for CNN to go down and interview the poor little kids and their mommies and talk about how they want a good place. We're ready for that. You put the 101st Airborne on the border, you will be the hero of the world. Now, he could go to the UN and say, hey, UN, listen, we've been paying you all these billions a year. This is an emergency, a crisis, an immigration crisis. Let's set up UN camps in Mexico and Guatemala. Safe spaces, safe zones in Guatemala. We will block off a little valley someplace. We'll take over a stadium, and we will put up tents, and we will, not we, UN, will feed them and clothe them and give them medical right there where they are, and protection right there where they are. They don't have to come here, and they act like they have a right to come here. Now, before we leave, folks, I want to tell you something else. We're going to be doing live videos for some time now. We're going to do some teaching and some training, understanding, and I want to make sure that you are aware of how we're going to approach this. Now, the live videos are going to be some serious questions and answers between you and I. The chat's going to be live. But we've also put up a website. See, when I saw what Facebook was doing, I knew that we had to do something. So I started a website, masonweaver.com. It's a news site. Ladies and gentlemen, it takes you to be on that site. I have advertisers there. Pay attention to the advertisers, but you need to go to masonweaver.com and just subscribe. We have news we're putting up there. We're just getting started. I don't have lots of people that are news watchers. If you want to join us and be a contributor, if you want to find news items to put on there that we can talk about, you contact me, masonweaver@masonweaver.com, and join up under that page. We have 4 rooms. One for real news, not fake news, real news. Another for Safe House, we call it the Unshackled, where people that are walking away can go. Another is opinion, just an opinion page. You want to write articles and stuff, go to my site and we can put you up there. The last one is Church over State, because I don't believe that you can separate God from anything, so we're not going to try to separate God from anything. But I need your support. We're going to build this site for you. It's going to be conservative and Christian values. We're not going to argue and debate with fools. And it's for people who want to know the truth. But I need you to join it. They're going to cut me off of YouTube also. I'm off of Facebook now, folks. And YouTube's going to be next. And we have a few other sites that we're looking at. But I'm just tired of depending on people. I came through the 60s. I'm tired of depending on folks. I need you to get tired also. But the question of the day is, should I live stream this march on Washington? Should I go out there and interview people that I'm watching? Should I interview people on an airplane flying to D.C.? I'll do that if you like me to. So right now, we're not going to keep it very long. This is a sample test. I don't have my banner up. I don't have my music to it. You guys saying yes, yes, some saying no. Hey, Hager, Marlene, why no? I see a lot of yeses. I can understand why yeses, but why no? And if you're afraid for me, thank you very much. I need your prayers. But folks, bullies only bully when they outnumber you. Okay, you never seen a bully go up to a mob and challenge them. So I want you to go and outnumber them, and let's bully them. Let's make them a little afraid. It's sort of like when you're home as a teenager and you're throwing a party because mom and dad's out of town. Well, you're bad and tough until you hear that car coming out of the driveway. Okay, the car is coming out of the driveway now. The adults are back in the game, and I appreciate the worry. I'm an old dude. I wrote the book "It's Okay to Leave the Plantation" in 1996, and that was to cover my walk away in 1976. You know my story. I mean, I know you know my story. I'm not going to boogie with it, but folks, I was a black high school dropout from a poor town, poor black high school dropout, and a white shipmate tried to kill me. He dropped 2,800 pounds of steel on me, looked me in the eye, and tried to kill me. So I know what racism is. I know what oppression is. I know what depression is. I know what no hope is. But man, I've never felt like I was a minority. I'm not minor in nothing. I don't have any problems that white folks to take care of. I'm not a pet of the government. I don't have to sit around and every problem I have, white folks can do something. That's a slave. Even though I ran with the Black Panthers, I ran with the Black Student Union, I speak Swahili, I studied black history, and I was a radical militant at Oakland. I understand that was for the right to compete, the right to compete, the right to stand next to you and compete. I am an American. My name is Mason Weaver, and I am an American. So I grew up, the idea of fighting for the right to live where I wanted to live. When I grew up in this town, I'm back home now, when I grew up in this town as a kid, 11 years old, black people couldn't cross the freeway to where I live now. We couldn't even cross the railroad tracks to live in the city. I live in the county, but we could not live in the city. We had to live on one side of the tracks on one hill. So we fought for the right to live where in the heck we want to live. The civil rights movement was civil, legal rights. Not making white folks like us. I don't care. White folks, I hear them not like me. I don't care. I never asked. I don't know. They may not. But that's not why I want to live here. I want to live here because I like the lifestyle. The fishing, the hunting, the walking through the woods, the privacy. So we fought for the right to compete. And once we won the right, once the civil rights were given to us, once we changed the laws, I began to participate. Once I could go to college, I went to Berkeley. Once I could go into business, I went to business. Once I could own a home, I bought one. I bought a house in 1973, my first home. So I don't have the notion that every problem I have now, what you gonna do about it? I got a problem here, what you gonna do about it? That's not how we operate. I'm an American. My ancestors fought in every war this country has ever had. We have contributed to every economical, social, political, historical change in our country's history. If I am not an American, either are you. So let's stop this notion that black people, let's stop calling ourselves minorities. I'm not minor to anybody. But I'm gonna go to Washington, and I hate to travel. I'm so tired of traveling now, but I'm gonna go to Washington for you. And I'm gonna stand there and pronounce and announce for you that we've had enough. Have you had enough? The press lying to you every day about you. The people attacking you, spitting on you. Not, I know they don't do it to me. No, I walk with an attitude. They don't do it to me. But I'm going to walk away. My first walk away, folks, I was at Berkeley. I was in pain. I remember the day. I remember what I had on. I was in pain. I was thinking, should I take this pain medication or finish my classes to go home and take the medication? And the professor was saying to me, Mason, if I give you a fish, you eat for a day. But if I teach you to fish, you eat for a lifetime. Now, I've heard that many times since then. I'm sure you've heard it also. And you've probably thought, man, what a great saying. That's deep. That's deep. If I give you the skills to find the fish, to find the food, you'll be able to eat for a lifetime. But the concept, see, when I heard the professor say it, I'm thinking, wait a minute. I raised my hand in class. Professor, are you saying that unless you teach me, I can't fish? That unless you stop what you're doing and spend time to teach me how to fish, I'm going to starve? I can't fish unless you teach me to fish? Gee. And then are you saying that you have all the fish? That you have all the knowledge and I have only what you give me? You see, if I accept that, Professor, if I believe what you just said, I believe that I'm inferior to you. I believe that you are superior to me, that you have all the knowledge for me, and I don't believe that, Professor. So I'll tell you what, I got a statement for you. By first Masonism, let's just open the gate onto the lake, and I would need nothing else to feed myself. I told the professor, what I wanted is the restriction. The gate was the restriction on me. It was in the way. I couldn't get to the lake. You do not have to teach me. I'm probably a better teacher than you are. I'm probably a better fisherman than you are. You don't have to teach me anything. Just take down the barriers. Or I'm going to take down the barriers. The barriers are coming down. I'm no longer going to sit behind this fence and beg you for some fish. I'm no longer going to sit back here and decide how much fish I can get out of you. No, sir. I'm kicking the gate open. Or if you want the gate intact, you open it for yourself. But I'm going to go fishing myself. I don't need it. That's the statement, folks. Open the gate onto the lake, and I would need nothing else to feed myself. We're not marching and demonstrating for a more caring America. I don't care how much you care about me. I want an America that can raise my kids to compete against your kids. The same way you're raising your kids to compete against my kids. If your kids win, they'll rule my kids. But if my kids win, they're going to rule your kids. Together, we're going to rule this country and this world. So, folks, I'm seeing by your comments, the most you want me to go. I'm going to go. I'm going to go. But should I broadcast live? I don't know. I'm going to see how this goes, see how you respond. I don't know how to get the banner up. I've tried on Minicam. I've tried on Zoom. I've tried other ways of doing this, but YouTube wants you to do it on YouTube. So I'm going to do it on YouTube now. And I'm going to be doing this maybe a couple of times before Friday. Friday at the Trump International. I cannot wait to taste that steak. I understand this steak dinner there is the best. I've had some good steak, folks. I've had some great steaks. But I'm going to taste that. I may film that. I don't know. I'm going to be busy. I'm going to get there early. I got books to sell. By the way, on books. This is why Facebook took me off. I had the nerves to write another book. Folks, most of my money comes from non-political stuff. I mean, I ran for office back there, and I politics is my game. I love politics, but most of my money is made by giving motivational business speeches to business clients at the conventions. So if you have a convention coming up, give me a call. I'll come out and you give me an hour, I will have your folks doing amazing things. That's how I make my money. I sell my books. I sell the books at their events. This is The Rope. The Rope came out, 2001. So I wrote another book to go with this. This is a little pocket book, fits in your pocket, fits in your purse. And I got a new book coming out called The 7 Principles of success. Just my thoughts over the last 35 years of doing this, what works, what doesn't work. And I wrote the book up, and it's now going to production. It'll be out in January. And I said, hey, Facebook, my book is coming out. Go to my PayPal page to pre-order the books, and I'll give you an autographed copy of the book we pre-ordered. That's all I did. I put that on Facebook, and I put it around all my people, and within a half an hour, they cut my account out. I mean, slammed it shut. They said they didn't know if I was a real person, if I was spamming people. I've been on Facebook since 2009, but they don't think I'm real. They don't think I'm real. So I'm done with them. I try a little bit to try to appease them, but I'm, 40,000 fans and 5,000 friends and another 2,300 friends trying to be friends. I'm sorry. Hope you can find me, but I'm gone. The new book is coming out in January. If you want an autographed copy, you go to my webpage, not MasonWeaver.com. That's the news site, but ClarenceAMason.com. At ClarenceAMason.com, you look for books. You go to books, or you look for one that says new book. That'll take you there also. It gives you a link to PayPal. You go on PayPal, you buy the book now. It's $20 plus $5 shipping and handling. If we reduce the price, I give you a refund back, and I will send you a copy. We're only going to do 200 pre-sales. It's a test market, the book. We're testing the page cover and all that. But you guys are my fans, and you guys get me started. I appreciate it. I may even do 2 books, this book and the new book together. I may do that. Another question, another poll. Should I give you 2 books for the price of one? The Rope, which is this is the book about how to pick your team, how to put your team together. The Rope is scary because the slave thinks you're going to lynch him with a rope. A prisoner thinks he can climb out the wall with that rope. So both books are available, was available now, one in January. I want to know, should I give you that book at $10? And this one at $10, or just get this together? You email me, let me know, MasonWeaver@MasonWeaver.com. I'm going to go to Washington. I'm going to have a great time. I want to film this, but I can't film it if I got 20 people watching. I'm too busy. And, here's the deal. I'm serving you guys. If you don't want to be served, not a problem with me. I go ahead and watch the grass grow. I understand. I mean, I don't watch all the news. I don't watch everything. I get tired too, so it's not a big deal with me. If you, in fact, want me to do this, I'm sorry about the moving camera. I kicked it. If you want me to go and do this, I will go out there and interview folks, and talk to people, and you get a real live view of the march. If you send me, I will go. This is Mason Weaver. Also, send me whatever other topics you want to talk about. There's a lot of things happening. The caravan is an invasion. Folks, it's an invasion. Folks, it's an invasion. Hey, by the way, I heard, I wasn't able to verify today. I shouldn't even say it because I have not been able to verify it. I heard that Sandra Day O'Connor has been diagnosed with dementia. If that's true, she has to retire. There's no way she can serve on the Supreme Court with any mental capabilities, slack. She can't do it. So that means another Supreme Court, and this is a liberal Supreme Court justice. Boy, the first one they replaced Scalia. The second one they replaced, Kennedy, and moderate. Scalia was conservative. Now they got that first liberal. Boy, they're going to go bonkers. Can't wait. Get your popcorn, folks. Mason Weaver here. Stay right or be left. We're going to win.